My name is Herbert, the owner of APS Security in the Washington, D.C. area and in the Dominican Republic. Funniest moment, we had a client and we were just finishing a concert and we had a 4-car package going back to the airport, private jets. But one of the drivers didn't do the due diligence in fueling the vehicle. So we are driving and I keep hearing a beep, like, so I'm thinking it's a seatbelt. You know, sometimes some of the guys we don't put the seatbelt, put it on behind us. And we driving and everybody's like, keep the speed because it's a pretty dangerous area where we was at. And I keep hearing this beep. So I looked over and I saw the driver, he's running out of gas. I was like, what are you doing? This is your only job. And there's some things like this in certain countries. Things happen that they're drivers, but not the security drivers, not being proactively, not maintaining the vehicle correctly. So long story short, I told the team, slow the vehicles down, not to disturb the client, because they just got finished performing, and slow the vehicles down. The one whose vehicle that was running out of gas to slow down, pull him on the side, and everybody jumped in the other 3, and we left him there, and we kept going to the airport. How do you balance the need for security with the client's desire for relative and normal lifestyle? You always got to remain professional, but then being that you spend that much time with a client, you tend to get a little closer with the client, so you got to always remain that line of professionalism and still do your job to continue the contract. So it takes some experiencing and learning how far to go and where to pull back from. How do you assess and prioritize a potential security risk for a high-profile individual? I guess when you initially meet this individual, you try to find as much information surrounding them, what's going on. I tend to ask, why do you need security? Then when you have that one-on-one conversation, tell me what are your concerns. And with this being said, it's not necessarily always that individual client is what's connected to the client. And what I mean is their family, their wives, their daughters, their grandmothers, because if it's a high threat situation, it's harder to get to the actual principal, but it's easier to get to someone who you care for. With that being said, now you could add, if they get captured, hurt, or whatever, it tends to add leverage. So you want to know all the things that's connected to them so you could secure as much as possible. How do you stay current within the industry trends and best practice in executive protection? Come in here. You come here, you network, you have to meet it like yourselves and everybody else, and you want to stay. Everything's networking, your relationships, everything's relationships. So your peers would tell you what's going on, you meet new things, you see different things, so that's what helps.